And thanks for making it to Veterans Info Tap. I'm glad you made it. Look, I said before, if you've watched a few of my videos, that I am going to share this information fairly rapidly, I don't know, a couple times a week or so, to make sure that the message is getting out there, because there is a deadline. Please hit the thumbs up, subscribe, share with a friend, all that good stuff, because it really helps me get the information out, and collectively we all can share this information with those in need. And your comments and thumbs up help to really catapult the message, right? And that's what we're trying to do, is help everybody out. So this is the blurb that I'm going to throw out there, and this is from the VA. It says, while there is no deadline to apply for PACT Act-related benefits, there is urgency. Most veterans and survivors who apply for benefits or submit an intent to file by August 9th, if granted, will have their benefits backdated to August 10th of last year, 2022. This is super important. This is a huge, huge win for everyone, okay? Now, here's kind of what it is. Essentially, when Biden signed into law the PACT Act, as he signed that, he essentially put in an intent to file for everyone who could possibly qualify for this benefit. So, if you file within 1 year of that time frame, and the deadline is August 9th, you have a month, okay? If you file your claim or intent to file, which is really important, this is a really important piece, so stick with me on that intent to file. Put that over there so you don't forget. Or so I don't forget. Remind me. All right, so if you file your claim by August 9th, you're going to get, if they award you for any of this PACT Act stuff, all the presumptive conditions, if you file, they will backdate you to August of 2022. So effectively, if you filed today, it would be 11 months, right? So you'd get 11 months of back pay in addition to the processing time. So to use easy numbers, let's say that it took them 7 months to process your claim. Now you would get 18 months of back pay because that 11, right? So 11 months back pay for this time frame that's already kind of pre-built in for you, plus the 7 months of processing time. That's huge, okay? If it's $1,000 swing, that's $18,000 in your pocket once that claim's decided. So here's the thing with presumptive conditions. You still have to get diagnosed, okay? You still have to have a diagnosis. You can't just say, oh yeah, I have that. Yeah, my nose is stuffy. I have sinusitis. Yeah. No, well, you might, but you have to go get an actual diagnosis, okay? What the presumptive conditions do, and you should look at the list of presumptive conditions, and I'll put them in the description. I'll put them in the description below for you to look at. If you have one of those conditions, or you think you might have one of those conditions, go to your doctor and see if you do. Get diagnosed for it and file your claim. What the magic of the presumptive conditions eliminates your need for a nexus. In other words, you do not need to prove that that condition manifested during your service, as long as you served in one of the designated areas in designated time frames, okay? So whether you're a Vietnam veteran who is filing for one of the newly added presumptives through PACT Act, or you're a Gulf War veteran who is filing for something on that presumptive list, as long as you served in one of the areas designated in the it's all over the VA's websites. I'll cut and paste it and put it in here too. But as long as you served in one of the areas during the specified time frames and you have one of the conditions listed, that's all you need to prove. Prove I served there, prove I have the condition, you're golden. You will get that presumptive condition. And if you file it by August 9th, if the VA grants you, man, that blue screen. If the VA grants you you will get back paid all the way to August 10th of last year, according to the VA's website. Again, essentially what happened was a kind of a faux intent to file went into place for everyone. This includes surviving spouses. If your spouse was a veteran and passed away due to a presumptive condition, which there's a whole list of cancers, if the veteran passed away due to one of those conditions, or that condition was a contributing cause to the death, then what would happen would be you'd be filing for dependency indemnity compensation due to the death of that due to the presumptive condition, or that presumptive condition was a contributing factor to the death, which was an extra spot on the death certificate. Then you could file for dependency indemnity compensation and potentially get back paid to August 10th as well. So very important stuff. Now here's the other exciting piece of this. Look, there's a month left to file. What happens if you're not diagnosed? What happens if you have other things going on in your life and you don't have time, whether it's the doctor's booked out, you have things going on with work and family, whatever, you can't get in until August 15th, right? What can you do? You must file your intent to file by August 9th. If you know you're not going to get there now, just file it now. File your intent to file to the VA that you're planning to file a compensation claim. That will now preserve today's date. If you did it today, and that date, well, depending on when you watch this, if you do it today and that date is before August 9th of 2023, filing that intent to file puts the VA on notice that you are planning to file a claim for compensation. Then as long as you file your claim for compensation within 12 months, the time frame allotted by that intent to file, then what will happen? Well, when the VA decides your claim, if they approve you, they're going to backdate your pay originally to the beginning of your intent to file, but your intent to file falls within that year time frame that was given to you from the PACT Act, which then would bounce back to August 10th of 2022. So very, very, very important. In fact, if it were me and I qualified based on time frames and service time, I would look at, hey, look, I don't have it today, but what happens if I have it 10 months from now? I would file an intent to file just for the heck of it. Throw it in there. It's one page. It takes you 5 minutes. Complete it. Submit it to the VA. And hey, if you come down with sinusitis or rhinitis or whatever it is, or hypertension for the Vietnam folks in the next 10 months, at least now I know that I'm covered in the event that I need to file for it. I'm good to go. And hey, look, I don't wish bad things on anybody. So let's say that nothing does happen and you don't come down with any of these conditions. Great. The intent to file just goes away, just dissolves. It's no harm, no foul. So really good information. Just wanted to make sure you're all aware of it. Please share your comments and stuff down below. It really helps everybody else. So thanks again so much for watching. I really appreciate you. And remember, if we don't take care of each other, something went wrong.